Hi guys, today we're going to be working on these cute ghosts. This is a Halloween Manny Swap collaboration with Jessie from Nailed It New Zealand. So be sure to head over to her channel if you'd like to see her take on my water marble mummies and to see how I did these ghosts. Just stay tuned. Starting out with clean, dry nails, you want to go ahead and apply your base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base coat, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. Next, I'm going to apply my base color. I decided to go with a slightly off-white. This is OPI My Boyfriend Scales Walls. You could go with a normal white, or I suppose if you wanted to have like a Pac-Man type of theme, you could also make your ghosts in colors. But I'm just going to apply a couple coats of this so that it's fully opaque. For the outlining and most of the ghost features, I'm going to be using OPI Black Onyx. And I've just got a plastic lid and a small brush. And it's worth noting, I think, that I looked at the design and kind of made my game plan before I actually watched Jessie's tutorial. So I'm not really doing this the same way that she did, but there's almost always more than one way to do nail art. She actually started out with a black base and then put the white on top, but this is how it originally came to mind for me. So I'm just going to take the small brush with a little bit of that black polish, and I'm basically going to create a thin outline of the ghost shape around the edges of my nails. And I'm going to do that on 4 of my nails. And then I decided to do an accent on my thumb where I'm going to paint the word boo. Moving on to the eyeballs, they're fairly simple, basically made up of 3 dots. So I've got my large dotting tool, and then I've also got a smaller dotting tool. And I'm going to start out by just placing 2 dots of black on 3 of my nails, and the little pinky is kind of small. I maybe should have used a smaller daughter, but he'll just be a little bit almost cross-eyed. And then I'm going to do something a little bit different on my ring finger as another accent nail. With the same large dotting tool, I'm going to go back with the off-white and try to use just a slightly lighter touch. I don't want to completely cover up the black. I just want to kind of fill it in. Finally, for the eyeballs, just going to go back with my small dotting tool and a little bit more of the black and add a little pupil. For their mouths, I'm going back again to the large dotting tool. Could also use a brush, but since I'm just going for like a circular, open, screaming or moaning mouth, I find the dotting tool is just a little bit easier to go ahead and dab it on there. I'd say the eyebrows are optional, but I think it adds a little bit more character to their face. So I'm going to go back with the small brush and can make them surprised or angry or just kind of neutral. I'm going for mainly not like super mean ghosts, just a little bit maybe on the surprised side. For my little Kooky accent nail ghosts, I'm just going to be using some Sally Hansen Invisible as a clear to stick on my googly eyes. I thought this was just too good of an opportunity to waste. I've been wanting to use these again ever since I used them the first time. And I decided it would be a bit much to have them on all the nails, but a little Kooky accent nail ghost I think will be fun. So get the googly eyes on there. Make sure to press them down so that they stay in place. And then for his mouth, I'm going to be using Zoya Livingston, which is just a plain cream red, and just a small amount of that with a medium-sized dotting tool, and kind of try to eyeball this. I'm just going to put it off to the side like that. Doesn't need to be a perfect circle, just using it as an application tool, not as an actual dotting tool. And then again with my small brush and a little bit of the black, I'm going to create the mouth around the tongue. So I'm going to make it so that the tongue is sticking kind of off to the side. This guy's looking a little bit crazy. And then carefully outline the tongue. Make sure to give this guy some eyebrows also. And he'll be done. Finally, I'm going to finish everything off with Sèche Vite, and pretty standard. I think you guys know how to apply top coat by now. The only note I'd make is that I'm not really trying to get it on top of the googly eyes, more just around them to try and make sure they're really stuck on there well. You can go over them completely if you want, but I seem to recall having some problems with bubbles when I did that, so I'm gonna hope that just kind of sealing them in like that works out. So here's the finished manicure, and I think these ghosts turned out really cute. Let me know down in the comments if you like the traditional ghosts or the kooky googly-eyed ghosts. Don't forget to head over to Jessie's channel and check out her video. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see my last couple of Halloween videos that will be up by the end of the month. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And as always, thanks for watching.